Hey folks, Bill Armstrong here. This is the video that I promised on how to work around and see all the wonderful features that are present here at the MyMathLab site. So first off, when you log in, I guess I should point out right away that you may see some stuff in the screencast video that are not present when you log in. I mean, there's a difference between what I'm seeing and what you would see because I'm the professor, so there might be some things available to me that aren't available to you. So don't freak out about that. Don't concern yourself with that. First off, what we call here the course homepage. So this whole thing here is the course homepage. There's not a whole lot I can do to change the layout and the look of this page. So there's really, I don't want to say there's nothing important here, but really this isn't the important part of the MyMathLab site. For example, this announcements that you see here, these are publisher announcements. The Pearson Tutor Service, not important. Study plan, not important. What would be important here, and it's only minimally important, is a browser check. I would say as a rule of thumb, you either use the Firefox browser or Chrome. I'm kind of split. Half the time I use Firefox, half the time I use Chrome. I've never had an issue with Firefox or Chrome. The other thing that you might want to check out is how to enter answers. This would be important when it comes time to do online quizzes. But other than those two items, by and large, you can ignore everything in that you see here on the course homepage. The magic or the important stuff is over here in this left-hand frame. And here are the items that I'm going to go over in this video. I'm going to go over the announcements tab, the course information tab, the EText, online quizzes. I'll minimally talk about those two things, the grade book, and any test preparation tab. That's the important part of what you see here. So let's start off. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what's in the course information tab. The tab is self-explanatory in its name. It has all the important documents you need for the course. So going down one by one, online orientation, print this out. This is one of the documents I want you to print out and have a hard copy of. The course syllabus, print that out. It's a hard copy. I want you to print out this PDF. I want you to have a hard copy of it. Like any course syllabus, it contains rules and policies for the course. Print it out, read it. Looks like it has something else that's kind of important. Print it out, read it, know what this is. Academic calendar. Please look at it, print it out. This academic calendar is going to have a weekly schedule showing you sections that are covered and any due dates for quizzes and tests. So that sounds like something that's really important for you to print out and have a hard copy of. Protocol for sending email. Of course, print it out, have a hard copy at hand for when you want to send me an email. List of homework to practice exercises. These are the homework exercises that will be at the end of each section in the EText. So these are the exercises that I want you to do. So you should have a hard copy of this on hand. So please print that out. So I want you to print out and have a hard copy of the first 5 documents here. The EText homework to practice exercises, the answers, I wouldn't print out this document. I mean, look how long it's taking to load. I clicked on it. It's probably a 30-page document. It just simply contains the answers to all the practice exercises that I will assign. So if I were a student, when I'm doing the exercises in the EText, I would have this document open as a separate tab, but I would not print it out unless you really, really want to. I mean, it's 29 pages. But I want to kind of go over some of these items. I know I told you to print it out and read them, and I'm not going to read each one of these to you because you are doing that on your own. But I would like to point out some stuff in the course syllabus. First off, again, my name's Bill Armstrong. The That's my email address. Use this address for all class correspondence. So I need you to use that email address. That's my email address. See, campus, my office location and office hours. My office is located at B3051. I've even given you my office phone number, 525-7415. And these are my office hours. I'm in my office on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. So anytime you want to come see me, you know where my office is and when I'll be there. So, come on by. Let's see, you need the MyMathLab access code. That's a requirement. And graphing calculator. The grading structure, you can read through. This is pretty self-explanatory. It looks like there will be 3 tests and a final exam. Tests need to be taken at the Lakeland Test Center. So you need to have a photo ID. You can read through that on your own. Here's the testing center hours. You can read that on your own. Online quizzes. There will be 12 online quizzes worth 10 points each. And a couple of notes I'll make about these online quizzes. Note number 1, each online quiz is due Sunday, that it is assigned at 11:55 p.m. When you start an online quiz, you must complete it in one session. There will not be a time limit, but you have to finish it. If you start it, you have to finish it. And each online quiz you can take up to a maximum of 2 times. And then there's a final exam. So, quickly, table 2 shows you that each test, there are 3 tests, each one's worth 120 points each. There will be 12 quizzes at 10 points each, and the final exam is 120 points. So you add those up, you see the total points available for the course will be 600 points. And here's the percentages I will use to determine what final grade that you earn. You can read about assigning course grades, general course tips, learning the course material. Kind of have a 4-step cycle of learning, and again, you can kind of read through these 4 steps on your own. But here's what it is in a nutshell. You get on the MyMathLab site, you open up the EText, you read, the section that you're supposed to be reading. While reading the EText, there will be embedded videos and animations done by the author of the textbook, Kirk Trigstead. Really, really cool feature. It's one of the reasons why I use this product. So, the reading and watching his videos and animations should help you to do the practice exercises at the end of the section. For many sections, I'm also going to supply a YouTube video that's going to reinforce the concepts and ideas in the section. While reading through the section, and doing the watching the videos and animations, after some examples, you'll encounter what's called a "you try it" practice problem. That's meant for you to immediately practice the concept you just learned, so that when you get to the end of the section exercises, you have some confidence in what's happening. Then you do the end of the section exercises, and once you do those steps for each section that you are learning in the week, you should be ready to do the online quiz. And again, if it were me, what I would do is I would try to have all the sections for the week, learned by Friday. That way I could do any reviewing and then do the online quiz on Saturday. And if I didn't like the score on my online quiz, I could see what I missed, try to learn what I missed on the online quiz, and then I would do my second attempt on Sunday. But you can read through that a little bit more on your own. And then finally, an acknowledgement of the syllabus. So this is like not the first time this has been pointed out to you. So when you see it, it will not surprise you. Excuse me. That was the course syllabus. I'd like to just quickly, I know you're going to print out the academic calendar and you're going to have a hard copy of the academic calendar, but just to show you what it looks like, it shows you the week number, the sections that are covered. It's like week 1, sections 1.1 and 1.2 are being covered, and it tells you the deadline to complete quiz 1. So you'll see on the academic calendar sections to be covered. Notice week 4 is nothing but test prep. And the deadline for test 4 is Monday, February 15th. So that's the last day you could take it. Please note that the deadline for test 2 is Friday, March 11th. And that's because spring break starts on March the 12th, so the testing center would be closed. So be aware of that deadline for test 2. So you can see the rest of the deadlines here for the on the academic calendar, deadline for the final exam. And, I even have here on the academic calendar, this is a little redundancy, but I mention one more time the quiz and what sections are covered on the quiz. So it's just a reminder, quiz 2 will cover sections 1.3 and 1.4. I also do the same thing for the tests. So you can at quick glance see test 2 is going to cover sections 2.1 to 2.5 and section 3.1. All of this stuff about sections covered on the test, you will have seen in the course syllabus. But this is part of me being, a little bit redundant. So again, I know you're going to print out the academic calendar, so you are always aware of what you should be learning on a week-by-week basis and any deadlines. Let's see, online orientation. Again, you print this out and have a hard copy. Notice at the very beginning, you are reminded of documents you need to print out and have a hard copy of. Kind of redundant. Weekly announcements. I'm going to look at the announcements tab in a minute, but this is mentioned to you in the online orientation. Notice on how to get help, I mentioned again what my email address is, and you can send me an email, follow the protocol for sending email. You can also go to the Math in Minutes table if you need help, or the tutoring center, or come by my office. Many ways to get help. And and here's more stuff on tests and the online quizzes. But again, print that out, have a hard copy of it. Protocol for sending email, print it out, have a hard copy of it. Some stuff isn't going to be new here. Look at number 1. You're reminded for a third time what my email address is. Number 2, please use your Lakeland email account. That's how I know it's a Lakeland student trying to get a hold of me. I have about 150 students each semester, so I get a lot of emails from a lot of students. When I see that the email has a return address of a Lakeland, like a Lakeland cc.edu, I know it's coming from a Lakeland student. If I see the return address as soccersuperstar13@gmail.com, I don't know if that's a student of mine or not. I may not read it right away, if at all. I think it's just spam. So please use your Lakeland email to send me emails. Yeah, I'm telling you in the subject bar to identify that it's Math 1700 online. That just helps me, folks. It helps me with 150 students. That when I see this in the subject line, I know it's an online student. So I will reply to it very quickly. And you can read through the rest, identify yourself. Number 5, allow time for a reply. Folks, I will reply to your email within 24 hours. Give me at least 24 hours if you send it late at night, or especially on the weekends. But I can generally say if you send me an email, say Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m., you will get a reply from me, by say Wednesday evening at 5 p.m. I mean, I reply fairly quickly. That's something I feel very strongly about. Again, you can read through the rest of the protocol for sending email. And The final thing that you should print out and have a copy of, the homework to practice exercises. So this will give you an idea of section by section what homework problems to do. So at the end of section 1.1 on EText screen 1.1-25, I'm saying do problems 1 through 31 odd. So this is just section by section. So again, these are the documents in the course information area. So print out the orientation, the syllabus, the academic calendar, protocol for sending email, and your homework to practice exercises. Let's come back over here to this the left frame here. Let's look at the announcements next. So the announcements, this is the area where I will have your weekly announcements. Every Sunday morning, I'm going to post a weekly announcement for the upcoming week. And for any YouTube videos I have for sections that are covered in the upcoming week, I will have the link present. And you just need to right-click on it, and I suggest opening it in a new tab. As a rule of thumb for all my videos, you should make sure that your settings are in HD. These are all HD videos. And I would watch it in a larger viewing mode, at least in theater mode, but more than likely I would put it into full screen mode. So here, let me show you one of the announcements I have already ready for you. This is the welcome and week 1 announcements. So week 1 announcement starts off with a welcome, and notice it's again reminding you of items you need to print out from the course information tab. Online orientation, protocol for sending email, et cetera, that you need to print out and have a hard copy on hand. And I don't know how this can be stressed any more than what it's already been stressed. So you shouldn't be surprised when you see this when you are taking quiz 1. Typical announcements. So look, it starts here, week 1 announcements. Defines the week, Monday, January 18th to Sunday, January 24th. It's telling you for week 1, these are the 2 sections that you need to read, the EText sections, and view the videos and animations. Then it mentions the exercises to do and what EText screen they start on. This is all redundant from what's in the academic calendar. And then it's a reminder of due dates, quiz 1, where you can find it and when the due date is. So that's what a weekly announcement would look like. Let me go ahead and show you another weekly announcement that's coming up in the future. Again, every Sunday morning, I will make available the following week's weekly announcement. So on Sunday, January 24th, I will make available the week 2 weekly announcements, and I encourage you to come check it out. If we look at the week 5 weekly announcements, here I have a link to some YouTube videos that I've made for you. I'm reminding you to watch in full screen mode and put the setting in HD mode. In week 5, we start on chapter 2, graphs of sine and cosine, as section 2.1, and section 2.2 is more on graphs of sine and cosine. So I've created some videos to give you just maybe some more examples or my spin on things. You still need to read the EText. You need to look at any videos or animations that are in the EText. This is just like my spin on things. So if I right-click on it, open it in a new tab, show you what it looks like.
Bill Armstrong here.
It's already in HD.
Put together a video for the beginnings of
here, I'll put it in full screen.
The next material where we're going to start looking at the graphs of the trigonometric functions. And before we get started on the graphs, just wanted to kind of review again probably the most important structure in trigonometry, the unit circle. Recall that on the unit circle...
All right, that's enough of me babbling at you for right now. I just wanted to show you, I think for all these other weeks, I might have videos for most of the sections, but I just wanted to give you a heads up and let you see when they would start appearing. So I'm going back to the main menu. So we've done announcements, course information. I'm going to save the EText for last. Online quizzes. When you're ready to do an online quiz, you'll come over here and just click here, and you see all the online quizzes are ready for you to take. So when you're ready to take online quiz 1, you'll come here and just click on it. But once you start taking your first attempt on it, or anytime you start to take a quiz, you must finish it. If it takes you 5 hours, it takes you 5 hours. But once you start, you must finish it. Tells you the due date for each quiz. And over here, it's telling me how many attempts I've done. So right now, I've done 0 of 2 attempts on quiz 1. But there's the tab where you'll find online quizzes. Tools for success. I don't know. I just have this available in case you find anything good for you there. Multimedia library. I guess if you quickly wanted to find something, you could, say go to, say chapter 2, and you want to find, animations in chapter 2, and you could click find now. But you'll see those as you go through the EText. So I don't know how much you will use Tools for Success or Multimedia Library. Gradebook, something you should check quite frequently. You want to know what your current grade is, you should look in the gradebook. This is where you'll see the scores for your online quizzes and your tests. And it will always have for you your most accurate, up-to-date percentage. So you will always know where you are standing in the class. For each test, I will have a test preparation tab over here, as you can see. So let me show you test preparation, test 1 preparation tab. So here's what you can expect to see to get you ready for each test. First thing is the study guide. So the study guide, it's got some 10 preamble items here. Notice you will not be using notes, cards, cheat sheets, textbook, formula cards. Nothing like that will be allowed on the test. But the study guide tells you the sections that are on the test, practice problems to do from each section. So in general, maybe a good thing to do to get ready for a test, say this is for test 1, is maybe you print this out, you go into your EText, you do all these problems that are suggested, that I have suggested for you to do. Do all those problems. Make sure you know how to do the problems. Once you feel comfortable, you know how to do those problems, then you can take the practice test. In my preparation tab, here's a practice test. So take the practice test. Gives you a good idea of what the test is going to be like. So do all the problems in the study guide, then take the practice test. How do you know if you did the practice test correctly? How do you know if you are correct? Well, here's solutions. It's I've done solutions in a video format for the practice test. So you can click on that, and here we go.
Hey folks, Bill Armstrong here. I thought we'd go through the practice test that I put on the website, the Course Compass site.
And I'm just going to pause that. We don't need to see me babbling anymore. So that's what a typical preparation tab will look like for each of the individual tests. So we've gone over, again, this is where all the magic is for the course. All important documents are in course information. Weekly announcements, new announcement for each week will appear Sunday morning. This is where you'll find your online quizzes, the grade book. You'll always know what your current grade is. Test preparation tabs. The only thing I haven't looked at yet is the EText. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this to show you the neat features of your EText. So I click on that, and it says View EText. I'll go ahead and open up the EText. And, just kind of start off. I'm going to show you what I think are all the really cool features in the EText. So first off, we see over here the table of contents. So let me, I'm just going to come to section 1.1. And up here, this box always tells you what page you're on. So it says my current page is 1.1-2. 1.1-2. This is a quick way for me to navigate. So say if I wanted to get to page 20 real quickly, I could come up here and change that 2 to a 20 and hit enter, and it would just immediately take me to page 20 in section 1.1. So just kind of show you that, I'm gonna jump ahead. Well, before I jump ahead, this is how we would navigate page by page. So right now I'm on page 2. So if I click this will take me to page 3, page 4, etc. I'd have to scroll down a little bit to see what's on page 4. Right now I just want to jump to page 7. Few things to show you here. First, things that are highlighted like this, you mouse over, and I wonder what happens if I just click one of them. Let me click on Acute Angles, and it's kind of cool. A little definition box opens up that tells me an acute angle is an angle that measures between 0 and 90 degrees and gives me 3 examples of an acute angle. So just keep that in mind going forward through the EText. Anything that is highlighted like this that you mouse over, you could click on it and it'll give you a quick definition. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead to page 8 to see if there's anything on page 8. That's kind of cool. Page 9. Oh, this is a video icon. It even says here, watch this video. So you can read through the solution. You could read through the solution and watch the video, or you could watch the video, then read through the solution, but this is an example. So I'm going to click on the video icon. Notice it opens it in a new window, and let's see what's happening here.
In this video, we're going to draw angles given in degree measure. Draw each angle in standard position and state the quadrant in which the terminal side of the angle lies, or the axis on which the terminal side of the angle lies. Let's go ahead and start by trying to sketch the angle 60 degrees. So to draw our angles, let's start by drawing the initial side of the angle.
All right, that's enough. I just wanted to show you that it's a video done by the author of the book, and it's example 1, so you could actually watch the video of the solution to example 1. Also notice here is a you try it exercise. I mentioned that in my my 4-step cycle of learning. So check it out. If I click on this you try it, a new window opens up. So I just watched the video. I did example 1. I watched the video. Now here's a you try it. It says draw the angle in standard position and state the quadrant in which the terminal side of the angle lies, or the axis on which the terminal side of the angle lies. Negative 225 degrees. The terminal side of the angle lies in which quadrant or on which axis? Let's say, I don't know, let's say quadrant 2. I'm going to say quadrant 2. Let me check my answer. Hey, I did a good job. Now it says choose the correct drawing. And if I can't read it, look, I can make it bigger. So ooh, look at that. That's kind of neat. So while I think this is the correct answer, let me select D and see what happens. It's like, oh man, I screwed up. Okay, then I would read that and be like, oh yeah, that's right. I think this is it. And it's like, hey, I did a good job. I could do another exercise just like this if I wanted a little more practice at this time. Or if I'm really stuck, I could click on Help Me Solve This. Or I could click on View an Example. The You Try It feature is pretty cool. So I take advantage of that. Let me kind of go through page 10. Oh, that's kind of neat. You know what? I'm going to jump ahead to page 13. And what I want to show you on page 13 is there's an animation. So it looks like this little icon is the animation icon. So I could click here. Notice it says it's the relationship between degrees and radians. This says relationship between degrees and radians, so it's probably the same animation, has the same name. But I want to show you the difference between just a video and an animation.
To establish a relationship between degrees and radians, Consider the circle seen here with radius r. Note that a central angle of 360 degrees intercepts an arc equal in length to the circumference of the entire circle. We know that the formula for the circumference of a circle is c equals 2 pi r. Therefore, a central angle of 360 degrees intercepts an arc of length s equals 2 pi r.
Okay, so this is an animation, so you either replay the intro or you would continue because it's the relationship between degrees and radians. Pretty cool animation. I really kind of like that feature. One more feature I want to show you about the EText. This is really cool. This first section has all the key features of the book, of the EText in it. You've seen definitions. Again, definitions like right here. You can click on that. Videos, the You Try It exercises, animations, and now on page 18, here in this first section, I'm going to show you what is called an interactive video. There's a little icon for the interactive video. So let's see the difference between just a video and an interactive video.
Draw each angle in standard position and state the quadrant in which the terminal side of the angle lies, or the axis on which the terminal side of the angle lies. Click on an angle to begin.
So say I look at this and I'm thinking, oh gosh, I have an option. Which one do I want to see? I will have the opportunity to see all three of them, but which one do I want to see first? I'll click on that.
Here we're given the angle beta equals 7 pi thirds. Now before we sketch this, I'm going to rewrite beta as 6 pi thirds plus pi thirds. 6 pi.
All right, that's enough. Just wanted you to see what an interactive video was. So it was really kind of cool. This first section had all the really key features of the EText, and why I think the EText is a really strong EText because of all these wonderful features. So you know what? I think at this time I've shown you everything that's going to be important. The course homepage, nothing really important there. Announcements. Every Sunday you will see a weekly announcement for the following week. So, you want to come in here and check this. It'll be updated on a week-to-week basis. Course information. Remember the course information. It has all the important stuff that you need to print out. First 5 documents here you need to print out. Of course, here's your EText that we just looked at. Online quizzes. It's where you find the online quizzes to take. Grade book, you always know what your current grade is, and then the test preparation tabs. So that's it. Let me go back to the course homepage. That's it. That's the end of this video. Quick overview of how to navigate the MyMathLab page, or the MyMathLab site. So again, welcome to the course, and good luck. Thanks for watching.